Hello, Dragon Ball fans. Welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so it's been a little while since I've done a review on an episode of DAIMA. Now, it's not like I've stopped watching. I've kept up with every episode to a degree. Now, here's the issue. My Crunchyroll account's been acting up. I don't know what's the problem. Yada yada yada. Anyways, I finally got that shit taken care of, and I was finally able to start doing these videos more consistently because first off, if you're a new viewer, thanks for clicking on the video, and if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? When Daima first started, man, it's been actually a little more than a month now. I was keeping up with doing every episode consistently every week, but like I said, some issues have been going on, and I wasn't. I could have waited for them to come on Netflix, but Netflix is like always an episode behind, and I didn't really want to do that, so unfortunately I fell behind. But luckily I got that taken care of, and I was able to finally catch up and finally check out episode 6, which is the newest episode that just dropped. So, I'm going to go over the episode in this video. That one, I mean, episode 6. And later this weekend, I think I'll do like a mega episode. Why not? Just go over episodes 3 through 5 and talk about those. So if you want to see that, like the video so I know there's interest. And that's, pretty much everything. So, let me know, don't forget, basically, just like before, I'm going to go over the episode, go over the main points of it, and basically give my overall thought of it because I'm really enjoying Daima right now. I think it's, oh my god, I love the animation so far. Like, I think that's my favorite part of it so far, like the look of it too. So, basically, I'll just give my thoughts at the end of it. And that's pretty much everything. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comments, what are you hoping for to come through Daima? Because I've been avoiding them. I know there's like been leaks, and I know there's tons of rumors. I see everywhere on social media fake pictures of like little kid Vegito or stuff like that, or little kid Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Obviously, it's not real, but do you hope they kind of do stuff like that? I would love, like I said, for them to like at least reference GT a little bit because I've always loved the Super Saiyan 4 design. So, but we'll go over that later. And that's pretty much everything. So, the episode opens where episode 5 ended, which is funny because, again, I didn't get to talk about episode 5 from the show, but I did watch it. But basically, it's the new crew. It's Kid Goku, Kid Supreme Kai, the new member of the group, Ponzi, I think? I'm sorry if I messed it up. And Glorio. God, I hope I'm getting that name right. Speaking of which, it's funny how in the exact episode he even points out that he thinks Goku was doing it on purpose, constantly messing his name up. I don't know why I find that funny. So basically, they packed the ship, and now they basically need to fix it because they need that ship to get to the first demon realm. Apparently, we found out through the episodes that there are 3 demon realms, and they're in the third one, which apparently is the biggest. Which makes sense because like all the like channel like not the video the opening theme and all them usually as only so far only shown what looks like to be the third demon realm. We haven't even seen the other 2 yet. Well, we did, but we only saw like the inside of the Demon King's castle. So basically, they overstuffed it, and now they got to fix it up, which is interesting. Which is funny because Goku has okay. I swear, they're going for like I know they're going for like the feel that the old school Dragon Ball had, and it's funny knowing that even though this feels like Kid Goku again, he's still an adult. So I don't know why. Every time he like how like in episode 3 he was scarfing down those burgers. Which, by the way, has anyone else heard about that McDonald's crossover they're going to be having in, I think, China? God, I hope they bring that to the West. But anyways, he's just scarfing those things down and he's still hungry. I'm like, he's still a grown man, so it's hilarious the idea of what if he was saying this stuff as an adult, like in his adult body. I don't know why. That image just makes me laugh. So but this time, instead of hungry, he has to go to the bathroom. Okay, this reminds me of the old school Dragon Ball, where basically, for lack of a better term, they drugged Oolong so he can't run off. And every time they use the code word, I forgot what it was in the sub version, It's been a while since I've watched Dragon Ball subbed. But basically, in the English version, they say Piggy. He has to go number 2 right away. It kind of reminded me of that because he would always carry around toilet paper with him. And just seeing Pansy get pissed at Goku and throw the toilet paper at his face was funny. And why am I not shocked Goku doesn't wash his hands? Gross, by the way. Anybody watching this video, wash your hands always, no matter what. But anyways, so it transitions to them basically have to camp out in a cave. And not only that, we also got some, I guess, retcon and also new information on the Supreme Kai. So, in one of the other Daima videos, I did went over the fact that originally it was confirmed that Kais are born from like apricot trees, and I think it was apricot trees. And once like every millennia, a new golden one is born. That's where a Kai comes from. So they kind of referenced that, but it looks like they changed it up. His species, shoot, I forgot the name of them. But basically, his species originally was from the demon realm, and basically there's 5 of these special trees, and that's where they're born from. And apparently it's been confirmed that the Kais don't eat. Well, at least Supreme Kai's species doesn't eat. They just drink water, just like the Namekians. So it's really interesting. I guess they also confirmed they're genderless, which is also interesting because the Namekians are also genderless. They don't have like male or female or stuff like that. They just, they're just themselves. So that's then and the Namekians reproduce asexually through eggs. But these the creatures, Supreme Kai species, are born from trees. So that's really interesting. That's a big retcon, too, and I find that interesting. It does, though, explain Kibito, because I'd always wondered, ever since I was a kid, is Kibito, like, a relative or something? So they confirmed there's 5 different trees, and because Supreme Kai and his brother and his sister were both born from the same tree, that's why they're, siblings. Okay, so that makes sense. And why they look a lot like him. It's also, speaking of which, when it transitions from that to them having to camp out in a cave, you see Glorio contacting and talking to the Supreme Kai's sister, the mad scientist chick, who I swear the internet's gone crazy over. So, Supreme Kai had already been showing a lack of trust ever since episode 5, because Glorio originally said that he was sent by the king of the 3rd demon realm to find them. But then we find out, no, he wasn't sent. He volunteered to find them. So he's been lying this entire time. So he's got a secret he's hiding, and it looks like he's working with the Supreme Kai's sister. What their connection is, we don't know that just yet. But Supreme Kai was obviously right to not trust him completely. So during basically this scene, this is so weird. A Minotaur comes out of nowhere and threatens to kill and eat them. Which, okay, interesting. But what makes this funny is Goku just keeps calling him a cow. And this guy keeps getting all flustered. It's hilarious. Again, it's obvious they're going for like an old school Dragon Ball feel. And I think they're doing it because, don't get me wrong, Z had funny moments. But Z, for most of the time, at least, not including the filler stuff, usually was, like, more action-based. But Dragon Ball was always, like, a mixture of action and comedy. And they're really doing, that right now with mixing the two. And this guy basically decides to try to kill and eat them, like I said. And so Goku and Glorio had to challenge each other to decide who's going to be the one to take them out. So personally, I think Glorio did this because he wants to really test how powerful Goku is, because even though Goku's had like 2 fights so far, one in that bar place where Goku was scarfing down those burgers, not gonna lie, would try. Anyone else, or is that just me? I'm not a big burger guy, but put a chicken sandwich in front of me, I'll scarf that shit down. So I get that. And in episode 4, where they first met Pansy, God, I hope I'm getting that name right. He beats the hell out of those guards that are stealing the life force of people in the demon realm. So he's had pretty crazy fights. So far, these fights have been top tier. But this time, he's going to be fighting one-on-one in this, child chibi body against someone he hasn't fought before. So right away, he's managing to keep up with Goku, and he doesn't use ki, which we already know. The Demon Realm, most of them don't use ki. They didn't even know about Goku's, his ability to sense energy. We saw that in the previous episode, but this time we find out he full on does use magic. He was making like some sort of electric, like lightning, I don't know what you call it, base energy blast and attacking Goku with them. And Supreme Kai realizes that this is their chance to really find out how powerful Glorio is. So Supreme Kai tells Goku to take this more seriously, basically, which I'm not surprised Goku was holding back. Because this is set after the Majin Buu era, like after Z. So Goku should technically be the most powerful individual there is. Not including fusions, because obviously that would be Vegito. So he tells him to basically, take a little more serious so they can really gauge how powerful he is. So we finally see it. In episode 5, we got, or was it episode 4? I forgot which one. We got a glimpse of basically kind of like it kind of reminded me of the false Super Saiyan from the Lord Slug movie, where Goku kind of goes Super Saiyan, but not really. It's like in between. So we got a glimpse of that where he was getting that gold aura Super Saiyans are known for. But this time, he full on goes for it and transforms into a Super Saiyan. Even he wasn't sure if he could do it in that body. So Glorio tries to attack him, and Goku literally just brushes it off with one hand. Kind of reminds me where in season 4, where Goku was doing that famous blocking Trunks' sword attacks with his finger. Kind of reminded me of that. And after that, Glorio realized he ain't going to beat him. So now we finally got a bit of a gauge of how powerful Glorio is. He's not as strong, at least that we know of, unless he's also holding back or has like a secret, weapon or something. We don't know yet. But he's basically not as strong as Super Saiyan Goku, which makes sense. And all of them were shocked. They didn't even know. And Pansy just thinks it's some kind of magic. And that's the end of the episode there. It ends by transitioning back to the Lookout. Now, we haven't seen what's been going on with the rest of the characters. Like, we haven't seen Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma, and Mr. Popo. By the way, I'm still not used to Popo without the turban. Anyone else feel that way? So we transition to them on the Lookout while Bulma's fixing up their ship to take them to the Demon Realm, which is going to be an issue because they don't have the pin number for the goldfish to let them into the Demon Realm. So that could be a problem. But before that could happen, when they're getting ready to set off, their spaceship basically starts malfunctioning and they crash. And Dragon Ball Daima is doing a really good job of creating suspense, because as soon as we get to the end of the episode, I think, oh man, it's over already, dang, because I'm getting that feeling like when I was a kid, where the episode would end, and I'm like, oh, come on, I want to see the next episode. But no, we got to wait another week. So that's basically the end of it. And honestly, I really like where Daima's heading right now. I mean, I knew it would be fire, but I really am enjoying this so far. So I think the episode did really well. First off, we now know we're going to be seeing Super Saiyan. So this means, I wonder if we'll be seeing Super Saiyan 2 and maybe even 3 later on. And there are those rumors that there could be a new form of fusion. I'll go over more of that when I do like that big review of episodes 3 through 5. But basically, we have the fusion dance, which gives us Gogeta. We have the Bataras, which gives us Vegito. But there's this new form of fusion that might come into play in the series later that involves these weird bug things. So we'll find out more about those later. But basically, we could be seeing that. So I'm really excited where Daima's going. So let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments. I think that, again, this is a good one. And the fight, oh my god. I think so far the best part about Daima has been the fights, animation, and choreography. It has been so good. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Z, and Super was pretty cool with, the powered ki blast, charging up the power and all that. But it's really great to start seeing them go more old school. But like back during the Dragon Ball days, where it was more like strategic hand-to-hand fights, kind of like the fights in Hunter x Hunter. One of the really cool things about like in Hunter x Hunter, when Gon fought Hisoka in the Heaven's Arena arc, was just the strategy Gon had to use to fight Hisoka. So it's giving me a lot of vibes like that because Dragon Ball used to do that all the time. It wasn't always, I'm more power, I got more ki, more power, so I'm gonna blow you away. Like I think one of the best examples of that was Goku in the first Tenkaichi Budokai against Jackie Chun. Which, by the way, anyone younger watching this who hasn't seen that episode, go check that out. It is one of the best fights in Dragon Ball. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I think this episode's great, and like I said, I'm really excited for Daima where it's going. So if you want to see any more like little review, I don't even know if you call it a review. I'm just fanboying at the end of the day. So if you want to see any more of these videos, I'll be doing a big mega review, I guess you could call it, of episodes 3 through 5 later this weekend. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss it. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye.